Well, I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? You know what I'm getting ready to say. I have an amazing author on the show. And not only that, a children's author, someone who has taken on the imagination and put it out there. And let me tell you something. He is on point. I want to welcome Neel to the show. Welcome to the show, Mr. Neel. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Awesome. So tell everybody about yourself.
Well, I don't talk too much about myself, but I'll try to. I for many years I wanted to write a book about different things that have happened in my family, stories that my dad told, and different ones who talked about when they were younger. And I just kept thinking, these stories should be printed. They're kind of comical, but they're serious too. And it's true. The stories in the book are all true, and some people would be amazed, and others maybe not so much. But as far as myself, I've came up in the Ozarks, was raised in the Ozarks, and I was actually born in St. Louis, Missouri, and then at that time, my family settled in what is known as the Lead Belt, and then we moved around a little bit. But I'm very proud of my heritage, and I just wanted to share it with somebody else. And to start out with, when my dad was a little boy, it just fit for children's books. I've got I anticipate 3 more books, and I'm going to call them part 2, part 3, and so on. But
Awesome.
I think people will find it interesting, because as my dad grew up, he become more interesting. So that's what we're looking forward to. As far as my background, I was in the Navy on the USS John Paul Jones, and I was on an LSD and a destroyer escort, and I had a lot of experiences there. And my dad was in the Army in Massachusetts, and he was a missile technician. So I've heard a few of his stories. So that to give you a hint as to perhaps what will be in the books to come.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for your service.
You're quite welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you for yours.
Not much, considering I didn't give my life for the country, but I'm definitely trying to help out, especially with books and authors and people who are trying to get the word out about their dreams and their lives and things that they're doing. Now, let me ask you a question. Why Peanuts of the Ozark Hills?
Well, my dad's nickname was Peanuts.
Ah.
And you can read in the book, but I when he was going to school, I think somewhere around first grade, he was on a bus going to school and passed a cornfield, and he told the kids, "Hey, look, there's peanuts out there." And so from that point on, they tagged him with the name Peanuts.
Oh, that's too cute. So tell me, okay, so when did you decide that you were going to write this book? What was it that just kind of said, okay, this has got to be done?
I retired.
Oh, okay.
And uh, I had a little more time. I just wanted to get the stories out and this the situation of those days compared to today. Uh, the things that the families went through. Uh, I know that there's a lot of older people of my age that know well what families went through, but it just seemed like there were so many young people who didn't know or didn't realize what their parents and grandparents went through. And what my dad went through was pretty typical for anybody uh, in that part of the country.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. So, as far as this book is concerned, you said there's going to be a part 2 and a part 3. What can we expect for part 1? And is it a good read for parents to read to their children?
Oh yeah, I believe so. I believe it's something that you can sit down and read with your children and not uh, be embarrassed by the writings as far as with your children. Uh, it tells of a simpler time of life, and it's not all computer or video games. Back then, children had to find something to do to entertain themselves, and uh, the folks of the Ozarks, the kids of the Ozarks, have a lot of experiences and found a lot of entertainment just in nature alone. Uh, Different things that they did and ideas that they came up with. Um, so that's why I wrote it.
Nice, nice. I love when people write about things that used to happen, because then the children of this day and age can be introduced to something, how would I say, new to them.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
as I put in on the back of the book, wanted to tell the stories. I didn't necessarily want to give children some of the ideas today, but it was very entertaining, and it was uh, some children can maybe have the mechanics to handle those things, and others may not. So, but I hope everybody enjoys the stories.
I hope so too. I mean, yeah, we don't want to give kids the ideas of going underneath the kitchen sink and starting to do science projects.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness, those days. Oh my gosh. Well, I want to thank you so much, Mr. Neel, for being on the show. When it comes to okay, so you said you retired and you wrote the book, you had more time, and then now you have the other two that you're going to be doing in the future. And I'm so happy about that. What else are you looking to do?
Well, there's some folklore in Missouri, and I wanted to write a book about some folklore. Uh, and part of it will be in part 2, but I had a great grandfather that was he was a circuit rider, Baptist circuit rider that went from uh, different churches in the area and preached. And he wrote songs. Uh, he wrote a speech for Eisenhower, and Eisenhower did use part of the speech, but not all of it. And there's a story about the Iron Mountain Baby, and you can go oh just about anywhere that just Google Iron Mountain Baby. But his name was John T. Barton. My grandfather's name was John T. Barton. The Iron Mountain Baby was cast from a train in a valise, and he grew up in the Lead Belt area, and he eventually become a newsman, a news reporter. Uh, and I have an interview from a lady way back whenever the Iron Mountain Baby, which is William Helms. Uh, uh, Anyhow, she knew the Iron Mountain Baby, and uh, she was quite uh, um, taken by him. And as I interviewed her and talked to her, she said, he sure was a rascal. So uh, he, he wore a what she called a campaign hat, which the straw round hats that they used to wear. And she was quite taken by him. So I have a pretty good story just with him by himself. But Grandpa wrote a song called The Iron Mountain Baby, and it tells about him being thrown from the train and the Helms family founding. And there's just more stories to be told.
Right, definitely. And I hope that you're the one to do it.
I plan on it.
There you go. Well, Mr. Neel, thank you so much. Where can people find your book? Where can people find, okay, I'm going to make sure I say this, Peanuts of the Ozark Hills.
Yes, you can find it at Barnes and Noble or Amazon or iTunes and other small bookstores.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and have that information in the description box below so that you guys will have an easy time going ahead and finding that. Peanuts of the Ozark Hills, written by Paul Neel. I'm so excited to have had him on the show. Thank you so much again for being here, Mr. Neel.
Yes, thank you, Yaya.
Thank you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to dare to be different. Looking for that link, Peanuts of the Ozark Hills. You're going to have to see it and read it before part 2 and 3 comes out. All right, guys, until next time. Bye. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time that I upload. And don't forget to dare to be different. Until next time, guys. I dare to be different.